Hello guys, and welcome to the third episode of Let's Play City Skylines Vanilla. Last episode we left off with building the social hub and talked about a little bit of expansion in our industrial area over there, which you can kind of see just over there. We've made a start on that off camera. Some of these guys over here were complaining of low happiness, so we're just going to build one of these little parks here. So this is one of the vanilla assets, and what I'm planning to do is just to expand this with the gravel paths, so we can actually make it look a little bit nicer and a bit more fleshed out. I'm just going to bring these paths down to here. Let's bring that on there, and then one over here, and then down to this crossroads, and then we'll do the same over here, one straight through, and then one over here, and one over here. So let's bring this one here so we can put some houses along the edge. So this will just be a little parkland. I'm planning just to dot some trees around, kind of expand what we already have built here with the vanilla asset, although we'll see if it looks any good. So it kind of looks a little bit odd at the moment, purely because there's no no buildings around it. It kind of looks as though it's just been placed in the middle of nowhere. But we're going to fix that by doing some houses here and up along here to the side, and up here again, and up here, and we'll also build a little path that just comes up through here. Okay, so you can see how this will look. Oh, I've accidentally zoned that there. Need to remove that. So there's no residential demand at the minute, but for when there is, we've got that planned out. And you can see how this will look when we've got all this estate expanded on this side and down here. This will look a little bit more natural, and it's also made them happy, and it's upgraded a few of the homes as well. So at the moment we have enormous industrial demand, sorry. So we're going to expand some of our industry with the money that we have. And last episode when we made Glebe Park, I used some giant redwood trees in this park, and it didn't really look right. They were too tall, and they didn't fit in with the rest of the theme of the map. We have these kind of oaky looking trees and giant bushes, so I've just swapped them out. And where this kind of curved line of trees runs through the park, that's just an outline for me, so we know where to plan the tram line when we eventually unlock it, which we're not too far away from now. It's actually the next milestone, so hopefully we can do some of that. But first of all, to get to that milestone, we have to do some industrial expansion. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. In the last episode, we brought the road down to here, and since then, just a little bit of side work off camera. We've put in this little roundabout just to keep the traffic flowing, so we're not having an intersection off the highway through the estate and off this side of the estate as well. Just so it doesn't get too busy. I'm hoping this will keep it flowing. When we unlock the highway stuff at the next milestone as well, I will probably upgrade that to a highway, just so we can keep traffic flowing. But for the meantime, let's get some industrial expansion, and we'll see if we can hit this next milestone pretty soon. We are still losing guys, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we'll put some zoning in. This will create some more taxpayers and hopefully some more jobs. There's people over there complaining as well that we have low education. I think these guys are a bit annoyed that we don't have a university, but we are quite a way off building a university. Yeah, in fact, he's so upset he's actually abandoned his business, which is a shame. That's the first abandoned building of the city, but we'll do it. And these guys are of course complaining of no power. Let's bring these guys down. Just pop it into there. That'll be a temporary power line. Eventually I will link that with buildings. Okay, so I'm not sure if we should build on this road here. I don't really want this road to be too busy. I'm not sure really. Maybe we should replace this bend with another roundabout. Oh, what would it look like if I brought this around? Would that look disgusting? Do we have a snap tool on here? No, we don't. That's why. I think that'll be okay. We can actually bring this road down over to our water treatment stuff. And maybe let's build a few branches up here as well. Further down this way, and on this side of the river especially, I want to have kind of a nice real waterfront using some of the quays. A lot of paths, trees and kind of park area for people to explore. Whether or not we'll be able to do that, I'm not sure. But I think I'm going to move this water treatment stuff into the ocean when we eventually unlock that tile, which we are just a milestone away from. But we'll see how that goes. How built up I'm going to make this area, I'm not entirely sure yet. But we do have a touch more commercial demand, so let's go ahead and build that in here. And I think down this street as well, just to... I'm actually going to remove that. Let's just have some little 2-block buildings down here. Again, as they're heading into the residential part of this town, I don't want them to be too highly built up, so we'll just leave some fairly shallow blocks in there. Okay, so we're starting to see some of these residential spaces fulfill now. These guys were complaining of low police last time as well. They are quite far away from the police station. And we are actually at 20 detained criminals, so I'm going to go ahead and drop this in. Maybe here. We're not going to be expanding too much further over there, so it's a waste of the radius really. I think we'll drop it here on this road, and that'll just give us a bit of a vision as to how we start expanding down this road. That does need changing, doesn't it? That curve is a little bit batty, that curve. We'll change that out. And I also need to know as well is just bring this budget back down in line, because we have 2 police stations now, so that should cover everything. Okay, so a little bit of time pass here, and then we should be good to pass the next milestone, which we are rapidly approaching. Garbage trucks are getting up through here, okay. We'll also need to consider linking this side of town where the garbage and the industry is over to this side as well. And there is our next milestone. So we've unlocked the new area, public transport, which I'm really looking forward to doing quite a lot of. Hopefully do some of that today. The ore industry specialisation, we won't be using that for a while just yet. A load of new policies we can put in, and then some new roads, including the public transport roads which we want to use. Some new pipes which don't apply to us, and we've also unlocked some new buildings, which is mainly the public transport stuff. There's a couple of I've never seen the wave power plant before. That's not the dam, is it? I'm pretty sure the dam's called the hydro power plant or something. Okay, and now we have a load of new money to spend. So I want to get this this highway done first, since we've already started it. And what I'm thinking here is, as this bridge carries on, I might actually let this run as a channel through down into the city, so the 2 areas are linked, and it also gives this side of the city another highway connection as well. So let's bring this guy up. Okay, so these guys coming onto here are going to want to come up there. I'm just trying to think how best to do this. Actually, no, we're going to do something a little different. Rather than just building a standard highway entrance, we're going to try and do a little halo ring. It might look a little bit odd, and if it does, I'll change it off camera rather than forcing you guys to rewatch it. But I think this could look quite good. So let's get a 2-lane. And we'll Let's get the 90-degree angle. And then we'll bring that out like that, and then the same on this side. Okay. Now can I get that in line with that? That doesn't look quite right. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm going for here. If it looks horrendous and just doesn't function, then we'll consider bringing it up. That's a little bit steep, isn't it? Maybe we can rework that when we unlock this panel, but for now it will do. Okay, and then it's kind of here, isn't it? No, it doesn't like that angle. How about from here? Okay, I think we need to turn off the snapping guidelines for this. It's kind of annoying that it comes out curved from there. Okay, that kind of works. Okay, and then we'll bring it alongside the highway. Let's give it a little bit of curve. As close as we can get it without it snapping on. And then there's a sweet spot just there. Okay. I'll tidy this up off camera, just so we're not sat here waiting for this roundabout to look perfect, because I doubt it ever will. And then let's bring that down there, and then these guys need a way out, and we'll do it from the same spot, hopefully, if it'll let me. Slope too steep. Okay, let's turn some road markings back on, and then how about here? How are we fixed for that? No, that's not the right way. Okay, there we go. We can work with that. And then let's bring this back up through here to about there. And then we'll bring this first bridge up to... I actually did it in one big go, didn't I? So that one needs to come to here, really. Yeah, see, that's not right either. Gotta make sure this looks good. Knock this down a notch. That's about right. And then bring it up to here. And then we'll start to put a bit of curvature on it. And then this guy can join there. Okay, it's a little bit unruly. I'll tidy it up off camera just so some of the bends are a little more realistic as opposed to being that radical. The Move It mod would actually be super useful right now, but this is a vanilla series, so we have to make do with what the game gives us. Let's just spend a bit of time watching this. Okay, there's some people using it to get on the highway, not too many using it to get off. I've just realised that these are the wrong road as well. I don't want the 2 lanes in the same direction. Yeah, this is the one that we want. Let's change that. And then this one too. Won't it let me change this? That's kind of annoying. Okay, let's rebuild that with another curve. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's gonna do the trick. We'll see how it works in the long term, but These aren't ideal either. These are quite close together. It's kind of like super dangerous, but there's never any car crashes in City Skylines somehow. Okay, I'm gonna happy with that. I'll work off that off camera just to make it a little bit more realistic. You see it's a little bit warped here around the edge. I'd rather it be a smoother curve like that, but rather than making you guys sit and watch that tedious work. We'll move on to something a little bit more interesting. We're going to be doing our public transport now because we have the lines and we can upgrade the roads. Okay, so this whole high street will be the main corridor for the tram to come through. Oh, it demolished some buildings for some reason. And then I think we're going to bring it down here as well. And we'll turn it around with this roundabout. This is 2-lane with tram tracks. That's the one that we want. Just so our tram can turn around. I'm not going to take it into the residential estate. People can walk to the tram stops if they want. And then we want this road. And this is where we need to now take the road off, isn't it? I just want tram for this, don't I? That's a road as well. Okay, yeah, this is what we want. Okay, well, let's turn off all snapping tools. Oh, they already are. Okay, let's get a bit of a curve on here. And then we'll bring it through here. We know we're going to demolish that path. And then through to there. And then this road here will be the reconnection. Okay. So let's actually delete these trees now, just so we can redecorate it properly with some nice trees and bushes and rocks and whatnot. I also want to, I'll tell you what, let's get the tram building bought, because I actually have to get that, don't I? Okay, so that's 40,000 for the tram depot. And I bet you we can't take a loan. No, we can. Wonderful. Okay. Let's get the tram depot paid for. Where are we going to put it? That is a good idea. The most sensible, because this thing is super noisy, so the best idea will be over in the industrial estate. And I suppose we could actually bring the tram to the industrial estate. We could, yeah. Okay, let's do that. I've never done it before. I don't know how well the tram will function in the industrial estate, but I think it's worth a go. And then we'll bring it down this road here. Oh, we'll actually make this a double one. Okay, and then can we just place this here for now? Okay, we're actually going to bring it across just to there. Okay, so that will sit there. Maybe this can be kind of a little public transport network, and it's where we can put our the bus station as well. Of course, this guy has no power. And we'll link it up to the industrial estate in a moment as well with these roads here. Maybe create them a little roundabout. And that also gives our residents another way to get across too, which will be really handy for just increasing that traffic flow. Okay, let's do our first public transport network line. We're going to do... Yes, I know we can buy new land. These guys also need a way to turn around, of course they do. Just want the tram road. Is this guy going to get demolished? Yeah, he is. Sorry. Then bring it around there. And we'll decorate that too, just so you don't see this. It's actually a little bit high, isn't it? Maybe we should do it down this way. That's a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe let's do it in a triangle. Doesn't really work either. Okay, and then we're just going to make this as a road. And this guy's building his house right in the middle of the tram turnaround. You guys can be unzoned. Okay, we'll decorate this a little later. Again, you know, we want to make sure there's a lot of detail in here, and we're not leaving things that look a little bit rough and ready. Okay, so we'll put a tram stop here right at the bottom of the high street, and then near the elementary school as well, which is there. And then one just at this junction. How far away is that? Let's do it on this side of the junction. And then one by this little cut through to the residentials. And then one outside the park. I think eventually we'll have this as a tram road as well. But for now it doesn't really go anywhere, so we'll save the money. That's a little bit too close, isn't it? Let's delete that. One on this little section of High Street. And then one on this corner. This corner. And then we'll mirror the stop on there. And this guy's going to cross over. How far away is that from his previous stop? Okay, so let's actually delete that one, and then we're going to bring this guy into here. He can stop in the middle of the park. And then down here again. Here. And then he can turn around there. Yeah, okay, let's mirror that stop too. Okay, and then we're going to catch this tram as it comes out. It should be any moment now. Needs to be connected to lines. He is connected to lines. I'm not sure why he's saying that. Yeah, are you not connected to lines? Oh, does he need somewhere to turn around too? Does that fix him? I'm not sure why he's complaining about that. He is connected to the lines. Okay. Maybe we turn him on and off. The annoying thing is as well, I can't even afford to move him. How much is the relocation fee on that? 8 grand to relocate him. I want to make sure that I don't do it in front of the highway. Maybe there? Space already occupied. Okay, let's try and move him. Is he not? Oh, of course he's not connected here. What a douche canoe, man. Okay, so this is the one way. That's why he can't get out. Okay, I just wasted 8,000. What an absolute no, just horrendous, stupid mistake by myself. You guys are probably raging at that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make these trams white. That's where the trams are. And we'll also name the line as well. This will be called Friendwood Elementary to Friendwood High. No, we've hit the character cap. Okay, well we can just refer to Friendwood as the centre of this little town over here. Okay, so let's see how these guys get on. I'm really keen just to see how it looks with the trams going up and down. And already there is a lot of people wanting to get on this tram. Of course I can't click on the damn details. Okay, so there's 234 at this stop here. Okay, I didn't really expect that actually. 80? Okay. So the busiest stop is the one over the residential side here. There's a lot of people waiting to get on the tram. Maybe that's just because it's the first time. I have no idea. Maybe all these people on like 4 dogs are really excited to get on the tram. Here they go. There's a load of people getting off there too. That's so good to see. Okay, let's actually give them a little more walkability through this estate because I don't think we've actually done that. So right from here they can cut through. and up here as well. I'm pretty sure I may, yeah I did, I left some space here for paths. So we can get those in now. It just lets people get around the town much more easily. Okay, I think that's all the ones that I left, isn't it? Okay, this is starting to look pretty cool now. See all these houses building in and around the park. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Need to do something with this. Maybe we can build a path through there actually. And then line it with some trees. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this through without knocking this guy down. No, well, he can rebuild. Actually shouldn't be residential anyway. We'll just we'll put a little 2 deep shop in there. I also want to break this up as well because that building is horrible. We'll put a 2 in and then a 2 deep, and then we'll allow people to come through here as well. Super. Okay, so this tram stop's picking people up now. And the final thing I wanted to do before we wrap this episode up was just rebuild the bridge in our park. We'll knock the sand pit down as well. Okay, so we were using these ones, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, let's bring this down. We're going to have to build... What happens if we just link this to the road? It just joins it, doesn't it? But there's no actual way for them to get over it anymore. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to bring this up. Just like that. And bring it across. Space already occupied. Can I just go straight across from here? No, is it because it's too low? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's do this a little bit more manually. Let's bring it down to here. And then over here. That's kind of annoying with the street lamppost going through there. And then we'll do it down here to around there, and then we'll do that as a little curved section, just touching back onto the road. Okay, that doesn't look exactly how as I wanted it to, but it will do for now. And then we'll just shield these people in the plaza from the tram network, just so they can't see too many trees going through it. And then over here. And then also the last and final thing we need to do with the park is just rebuild this fence again because it was knocked down by the renovations. Through there. And then through there. Okay. And then maybe let's put a little bit of a few more trees here with some bushes, just so it looks a little bit like a quieter area of the park, and then some smaller stones as well. Not that one, that's too big. Okay, let's get that tree back in there. There we go. Okay. So that is... It's alright, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of it. Maybe we'll rework that, but just for functionality right now, it's all that we need, and it'll do. Also, maybe we could actually... Let me try something real quick here. If we build coming off here, can we actually do that? And then... Can I go down with this? No? With this one? Yeah, I can build a little tunnel underneath. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll bring it out to here. And then we'll pop it above ground there. And that just gives people another way to walk around it. And that actually tucks in really nicely against the plaza. How is this park doing for visitors now? It's had one visitor this week, and it is free as well, so people can come and go as they please. And then also we'll just decorate this little bit with some bushes. One on the corner. Let's also get a bigger one for the corner. And then let's get some park decoration, some props in here. Actually, maybe a flower bed. Yeah, let's use some of the flower beds instead of the green bushes. It'll just be a nice little change of colour. Yes, we know there's a new building. So it's almost like a tiered flower bed, isn't it? It'd be really good if you could snap these in to build like different shapes out of them. But oh well, there you go. Okay, so let's just have a look at some trams coming through here now, just so we can see the finished product. Yeah, and then people disperse through. Although if they do want to cross, maybe we should actually bring that tram line this stop over here, so then it doesn't actually stop on the main street, which means it doesn't have to be the tram road either. Do we have any... do we have the decorated roads yet? No, when do we unlock these? So maybe when we unlock the 4-lane with decorative trees, we can actually just make that through here. But for now we'll keep it as the tram, because it allows people to get on and off at this side, which was really the entire point of doing that. Okay, so this guy, yeah, okay, you need to link back over to... okay. Okay, and then we'll drag this up and over here, and then up and over to... I can't get him to do it. Anyway, I'll sort that off camera rather than letting you guys watch it. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, I really do appreciate it. Again, if you like the video, please do subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more episodes of this vanilla City Skylines Let's Play. Hopefully we can do some more cool stuff like this, and have little social hubs dotted around the city alongside bigger downtown commercial areas. And if you have any ideas for the series, please do drop them in the comments. And also thank you to a guy called Andy, who was the channel's first subscriber. If you are watching this episode, dude, I really do appreciate it. Thank you for that. And hopefully you enjoyed this episode as well, and the ones that are on their way. So thank you for watching, guys. I do appreciate it, and please enjoy the rest of your day.